Would you sell your tomorrow for one hot meal, or dare to wrestle back a blessing already given away? The desert wind howls across the sand hills of Canaan, dry dust whipping against the worn fabric of the tents. Years earlier, when she was still pregnant, Rebekah had knelt on that same ground, clutching her belly. Inside her, two little lives kicked and twisted as if they were already fighting. In her fear, she cried out to God, and God answered,
"Two nations are in your womb. Two people from within you will be separated. The older will serve the younger."
From that day on, that word from heaven hovered over Isaac's household like a long, unshakable shadow. The time of birth came. In the smell of blood and dry earth, the first baby emerged, red and covered with hair, as if he were wrapped in a rough animal pelt. They named him Esau. Right behind him, the second child slipped out, his tiny hand gripping his brother's heel as if refusing to let go, refusing to come second. They called him Jacob, the one who grasps the heel. The years passed. The two brothers grew into two completely different worlds. Esau became a powerful hunter. His skin turned dark under the sun. His hands grew strong, used to bending bowstrings and throwing spears. He carried the wild scent of the open country, the memory of the moment when a hunted animal finally fell, and the joy on Isaac's face when fresh meat was laid on the table. Isaac loved Esau for the food he brought home, and because Esau was the kind of strong man he admired and had always wanted to be. Jacob stayed close to the tents. His hands learned the weight of wooden spoons, clay pots, sand moldering coals. He helped his mother cook, watch the flocks, and listen to the wind pushing against the tent cloth at night. Rebekah especially loved Jacob. Every time she looked at him, she remembered God's words, "The older will serve the younger." One evening, the sun dropped like a ball of fire behind the dunes, and hot wind rolled the dust along the ground. Inside the tent, Jacob stirred a pot of lentil stew. The water bubbled and popped, steam rising with a rich, warm smell. From far off, Esau stumbled home. His cloak was caked with dust, his steps heavy, his breath ragged. He had hunted all day and caught nothing. His body felt hollow, his stomach burning like someone had lit a fire inside him. The smell of stew hit him like a wave. He staggered toward the pot and almost collapsed.
"Quick,
He gasped, dropping beside Jacob.
let me eat some of that stew. I'm starving to death."
Jacob looked up. Between the scent of stew and the sound of Esau's labored breathing, another thought flashed through his mind, deeper than pity. His voice stayed calm, but it carried an edge.
"I'll give you some.
He said.
But first, sell me your birthright."
The air in the tent seemed to stop. Esau frowned, but hunger blurred his thinking.
"Look,
He snapped.
I'm about to die. What good is a birthright to me? Just give me some stew and bread, and I'll swear it's yours."
Jacob didn't rush. He weighed each word.
"Swear to me before God that you give me your birthright."
In the rising steam of the stew, Esau swore a careless oath. Then Jacob handed him bread and the stew. Esau ate and drank greedily, wiping his mouth and standing up with a satisfied sigh. His hunger was gone. His mind was peaceful again. He had no idea he had just thrown away the most sacred thing in his life. Years later, Isaac's hair had turned completely white. His eyes had clouded so badly that he could no longer tell his sons' faces apart. At night, the tap of his staff on hard ground, the smell of old animal skins and bitter medicine, all reminded him that his journey back to his ancestors was near. He knew it was time to pass on Abraham's blessing to his firstborn son. One morning, Isaac called out.
"My son." "Yes, father."
Esau answered, stepping closer. Isaac said simply,
"I am an old man and don't know the day of my death. Go out to the open country and hunt some game for me. Prepare the kind of tasty food I love. Bring it to me to eat, so that I may give you my blessing before I die."
Esau's chest swelled with pride. Weapons clinked at his side as he hurried out of the tent. Today he thought he would finally receive what he believed was his. But behind the curtain, Rebekah had heard every word. Her heart clenched. The prophecy she had carried for years suddenly felt urgent and alive. She rushed to find Jacob.
Listen, my son.
She whispered.
Your father just told Esau to go hunt and said he would bless him. Now, listen carefully to me.
Jacob's voice trembled.
What do you want me to do?
Go,
Rebekah said, firm and fast.
bring me 2 young goats from the flock. I'll prepare the kind of food your father likes. You will take it to him, and he will give his blessing to you.
The thought of deceiving his father made Jacob shudder.
But Esau is a hairy man,
He protested.
and my skin is smooth. If father touches me and realizes I'm Jacob, what then? Instead of a blessing, I'll bring a curse on myself.
Rebekah's answer was sharp, steady.
If there is a curse, my son, let it fall on me. Just do what I say.
Knives struck the cutting board. Water boiled. The smell of seasoned goat meat filled the tent. Rebekah took Esau's best clothes, still carrying the scent of the open fields, and put them on Jacob. She wrapped the smooth skin of his hands and neck with the soft hides of the young goats. Jacob picked up the tray of meat and wine. His heart pounded against his ribs. The desert wind whistled outside the tent, as if reminding him that everything was happening in front of the God who sees all. Still, he stepped inside. The tent was dim. An oil lamp flickered, its light trembling over Isaac's pale, lined face.
Father,
Jacob said, lowering his voice.
it's me, Esau, your firstborn. I've done what you asked.
Isaac listened. His old ears caught tiny details in the voice. How did you find the game so quickly, my son?
Because the Lord your God gave me success.
Jacob replied. Isaac still felt uneasy.
Come closer,
He said slowly.
so I can touch you to know whether you really are Esau.
A shaking hand reached out and slid along Jacob's wrapped arms, then up to the fur at his neck. Isaac felt the coarse hair, then leaned in and smelled the clothes, breathing in the scent of field and earth he knew so well from Esau. The voice is Jacob's voice.
He murmured, but the hands are the hands of Esau.
His ears and hands did not agree, but in the end he trusted what he could feel and smell. He decided to believe the son in front of him was Esau. Isaac ate the meat, drank the wine, then called.
Come near, my son, and kiss me.
Jacob leaned in. Isaac smelled his garments one more time. Then he lifted his hand and laid its heavy weight on Jacob's head.
May God give you the dew of heaven and the richness of the earth, abundance of grain and new wine. May nations serve you, and people bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers.
The blessing poured out like sacred oil. Once spoken, it could not be taken back. Jacob received it all, yet inside him joy tangled with fear. As soon as Jacob left the tent, Esau came in from the hunt. The rich smell of the wild clung to him along with the game he had finally caught. He cooked quickly, heart full of excitement. Then he stepped into the tent and called out,
Father, I'm here. Esau, your firstborn. Sit up and eat my game so you can give me your blessing.
Isaac stiffened.
Who are you?
I'm Esau,
He said, confused.
your firstborn son.
In a rush, the strange voice from earlier, the rough hair, the smell of clothes, all of it crashed down on Isaac at once. He realized what had happened. He trembled violently.
Then who was it
He cried,
that brought me game earlier? I ate it before you came, and I blessed him. And indeed, he will be blessed.
Esau froze. The words pierced him like a blade. A roar tore out of his chest.
Father,
He pleaded.
bless me too.
Isaac's voice was thick with pain.
Your brother came deceitfully
He said.
and took the blessing that belonged to you.
Esau screamed.
He has cheated me twice. First he took my birthright, and now he's stolen my blessing.
Hot tears streaked down his sun-darkened face.
Father,
He begged.
do you have only one blessing? Bless me too.
Isaac could only whisper.
You will live far from the richness of the earth, far from the dew of heaven above. You will live by the sword, and you will serve your brother. But one day, when you grow restless, you will throw his yoke from your neck.
From that moment, a fire of hatred blazed in Esau's heart.
When our father dies,
He swore to himself.
I will kill Jacob.
Word of this reached Rebekah. Her blood ran cold. She had helped Jacob receive the blessing, but now she was about to lose the son she loved. That night, in the dim lamplight, she called Jacob to her side.
Esau is comforting himself with the thought of killing you.
She said,
You must leave at once. Run to my brother Laban in Haran. Stay there for a while until your brother's anger fades. When it is safe, I will send for you.
Rebekah also spoke to Isaac about sending Jacob to find a wife among their own people, away from marriages that did not share their faith. So Isaac called Jacob in again. This time he knew exactly which son stood before him. There was no goatskin, no disguise, only an old father and his son about to leave home. Isaac placed his hand on Jacob once more and asked God Almighty to bless him, to make him fruitful and numerous, and to pass on to him the blessing of Abraham in the land that had been promised. Jacob stepped out of the tent into a pale morning. Cold dawn wind slipped under his cloak. Sand crunched softly under his feet. Behind him, the family camp grew smaller with each step. In his ears, it was as if he could still hear his mother's stifled sobs. Before him stretched a long, dusty road toward Haran, the road of a man carrying both a holy blessing and the painful weight of his own deceit. Esau and Jacob's story pauses on that image, Jacob's figure shrinking into the desert haze, Esau left behind with a burning grudge, Isaac and Rebekah sitting in a tent heavy with a sorrow too deep for words. If you want to keep walking with Jacob and see how God turns a deceiver into a man with a new name, don't miss the next episode. And if this story touched you, please like and subscribe so you can continue this journey through the Bible brought to life.